Okay, someone got hit. Dark Prayer. Cultist Gunner. There's 30% chance that this creature will start praying to the Dark Gods at the end of their turn. At the start of the creature's turn, Veil Degradation increases by 1 and the gods answer the prayer. Yikes. Who? Which cultist are you? Is that you? Dark Prayer. Okay, we want... Oh, all of you. No, you have the Dark Prayer. Both of you. Alright, we want you guys dead. I do not want psychic phenomena to happen. What can you do, Argenta? We've got this person still. A bit of a problem. If I moved you forward... What kind of grenades do we have? Force grenades. That just throws people around. Doesn't really do damage. And fire grenade. A fire grenade could be fun if I can get Ignatius forward to exploit it. If I put you here, could you throw a fire grenade? Not really. What about from here? Does that increase... No. It's just barely outside of the range of the attack. Here gives you line of sight onto a bunch of them. That's nice. Is that... But you're farther away. We should ideally reload our bolter. I just don't want to waste my turn on that, since it takes 3 actions to reload. So we could instead use the sniper rifle and take shots at both of these guys. Do Revel and Slaughter, which would allow us to run and gun again. Yeah. So we do Revel and Slaughter, we move here. That allows us to take a shot. So that puts us down 2 AP. Unless we use this. So if we just used a single shot, 95%, I'm fine with that. To take this guy out. Yeah, this turn's coming together. So first we'll do Revel and Slaughter. Get your ballistic skill back up. And remake run and gun available. So you go here. And you take a basic shot, not the Deadeye shot, on this guy.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Miss on a 95%. Come on, Argenta. Ah, you let me down. Need to invest in a grenade launcher?
I'll do it.
Yeah, that's a thing. So if we run and gun, put you out in the open, unfortunately, but then still not far enough. We can hit several. That's not the winning play I was hoping it would be. I bet this isn't any better. No, I can hit 4. Or we take another shot at these guys. Another 95% chance to take out this guy. Surely she can't miss a 95% twice. This isn't XCOM.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. None can escape the Emperor's
There you go.
judgment.
No more cultist prayers for you. I could use her action. Please don't die, Tech Priest. We could switch to the bolter. I think this auto reloads, yes? Soldiers immediately reloads their current weapon. Number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire. Yes. Let's have her use her ability.
I am his will made manifest.
I don't think that gives her any movement, but it allows her to make a bunch of single shots. At least it should have. Feels like that guy's dying. Like, actually dying. So, using the weapon's attack that normally costs at least AP. These attacks do not spend AP. Okay. I was like, she's only got 1 AP. I'm supposed to get a bunch of shots. You are outside of range, unfortunately. So we'll do a shot here. You managed to survive on that 90%.
Doubt is for the weak eradicated.
The people behind that have 90% chance to get hit by the same shot have been very lucky.
I'll do it. I can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Just keeps missing them. Can you do a sniper rifle shot? No. That ability is specifically only allowing me to do these shots. That's fine. Let's go for you, because you got the best chance of also hitting the person behind you.
As the Emperor commands, strike is a prayer.
Again, I don't think we hit any of the people behind with any of those shots. So we've got 90% here, 90% here. The rest of these are much lower. He's one I want dead, but obviously can't. 31% is just not worth trying. We'll go for you. 90%, hopefully hitting the person behind you.
I'll do it.
Why did that not kill? Because I thought it was showing that was supposed to do lots of damage. Triggers over penetration. Not sure what that means. Either way, it's a good turn for you, Argenta. You've got 1 action remaining. I doubt you can reload. Oh, your sniper rifle's already reloaded. So, yeah, that'll be your turn. Good parry. Oh, no. That was the guy that we left alive at like 1 hit point. And they're now, whatever this thing is, Chaos Spawn with 145 hit points. That's less good. How did that happen? Cultist Fighter used Dark Prayer. Cultist Fighter died. Is that the turning into this thing? I guess so. What do we do about you? So I could move her here. Yeah, I could move her here and then have her do Blade Dance. Or maybe more sensibly, we move her here. Then do Raining Blood. Yeah. Raining Blood, attack this with a single strike. That would get her the Blood Blessed and that the Blood Cursed or whatever effect. Go here.
Blades and shadows.
I'm figuring this out as I go. So we use Raining Blood. Then we do a single strike or cleave. No, it has to be a single strike, right. Single strike on this thing. That should give her, yes, the Blood Blessed, and it should have Blood Stained. Then we can do this
The shadows.
to get extra attacks on both of these guys. And then she could do Dance from Above. That person's not real, they're already dead. No. Anywhere she jumped to, she would hit allies. I mean, she could just jump right to where she is. I guess that's fair. Are you able to do this? No, because you don't have the AP. We'll save our Death from Above. So you just stay there. I don't think the 10 damage we can do would be super critical here. Ignatius, I need you to light some stuff on fire, please. Specifically that Chaos Spawn. If I put you here, you could attack some of these guys, which is tempting. But let's light this guy on fire. Then do an Orchestrate Flames, so he can't put it out. So now he's stuck taking 11 fire every turn. And that looks like that's going to be your whole turn. Let's do Revel and Slaughter, just cuz. Suppose I should have done that before we started. We could run and gun to get another attack off. That's not nothing. Sure. If I used this, 16 to 28, this would hit all of my allies and do no benefit. It would just hurt my allies. Why would I even consider that? If I move down to somewhere like here, we can still hit him again, or we could hit some of these guys. Like you. Yes. Definitely do that. We don't want you doing any more prayers. None of the rest of you are doing dark prayers, right? Good. I mean, this is a problem, but it's not a huge problem. We will be able to defeat him. Heinrichs. Right. Health-wise, none of us are really that far down, so I don't think I need to focus on Reinvigorate. What to do with you? So if I do a normal attack, 8 to 12 damage. If I use this, 12 to 16, but it's even more... Wow, he raises up the Veil Degradation so much. I don't think that's worth it. We switch to your staff, you then get Siphon Life. Psyker drains life from a target, dealing 12 damage and healing the Psyker for 6 wounds. Meh. Not overly impressive. You still have Iron Arm on you. There's also charge, which is available. So first, I think we attack this guy. Just get some more damage in. I think I'm going to do the charge anyway. Let's do endure.
I won't object to it.
Then we do charge. Try and take out this guy. We're going to get an attack of opportunity, which is why I did endure.
But of course,
We did not, actually. Okay, that's all good stuff. Cassia. Do you have any good options for dealing with demons? Not especially. I could give Cabela another turn to attack. Pascal isn't adjacent, I don't think. Kind of hard to tell what squares he's in. But no, it doesn't look like Pascal's adjacent. If she stepped forward to, like, here, could she use Lidless Stare? Just looking at angles. No, yes. Yes. That looks like it just hits the demon. And everyone else is... No, Argenta. No? Kind of hard to see everyone as they're scattered about, but I believe this only hits the demon. So we could do Lidless Stare for 2 AP. And then force it to walk, which would provoke an attack of opportunity just from Cabela, but also do some damage to it. Would I force you guys to walk? Doesn't look like it. We could choose a point like over here, forcing the demon to walk more this direction rather than towards my squishy characters. It's an option. And that is 1 AP. We'd have 1 AP left, which I could then do Voice of Command on someone. If I use this, only 30% chance to hit. Lots of damage, though. Alright, well, let's first use the Lidless Stare, which we found a spot that didn't hit any of my allies. I think this is good. Nope. Here. Nope. Here. Here. So we'll start with that.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Which hits just that. Then we'll force it to... We force it to just move. They're kind of equivalent, but this one's meant for an area and forces them to move 3 squares. This one forces them to move 4, which arguably means that I can do more damage with it.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Oh, dude, not you. Ah. Well, I can still do this. So I guess that's fine.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Overall, I'd say that worked out well. Rather than just giving someone an extra turn. Pascal, what is your bonus? Inflict an exploit on an enemy, on all enemies in combat, then make free attack against a target. The attack always hits. Until the end of combat, the target of this attack suffers Penalties to dodge and penalties to armor. Okay. I can see that. So if we put Pascal here. Then have him do sweep, which can inflict bleeding. Or we do analyze enemies on this. Yes, analyze enemies here first. Then you move here and do a bleeding strike. It's a solid hit. Then we could do dismantling attack on this. Good. Then joint analysis. So that everyone can benefit from the exploits on it. Hey, you guys, what are you doing? Taking shots at Argenta, that's fine. Now, grenades. That's what I'm talking about. Probably won't kill. How much damage? Burning area, which lasts for 3 turns, deals 10 fire damage with 20% armor penetration on impact and inflicts 6 burning for 3 rounds. So it probably will actually kill them all eventually. On the other hand, we could try for something like this with rapid fire. To have 8 bullets going out. Wait, is this saying it's 5 shots, so it would bring it up to 10? This is normally only 4 shots. Did her high momentum permanently increase it by 1 for the combat? Maybe so. Rate of fire 5. So 10 shots
God, Emperor,
with a burst is probably better.
fire in my heart. Doubt is for the weak.
What suddenly triggered his attack? And possibly death? Oh, kill all the heretics. I saw 1 shot get fired and then they all just died. Somehow. Well now. Not really sure how that combat ended, but because one guy was even outside of her shot range. But cool, we won. I'm wondering if things will move along once I talk to him, so even though it's rude, I'm going to leave him hanging there for a bit while we loot the room. Collect all that junk. Bunch more random junk over here. None of it is good. Pascal, please unlock that.
Operation successful.
It's empty? No, it was just scrolled down awkwardly. Okay. I was super confused there. We've got something we can interact with here.
Searching is my observance.
Guess I don't want to go too far
Shall stand in my way.
that way. Just all these enemies that are dead standing up. Ooh, and some goods up here. Someone go fetch that. Thank you. Toss in a save. Distribution servitor. So that's what we could have used to overload things. Luminodeacon's command throne. Was there something to look at over here? I guess not. Let's look at the map. Yeah, nothing else shows up of interest here. So I guess let's talk to your friend. Tortured Tech Priest. In the cycles of the foreordained, there lurks a flaw of worship. The Tech Priest's body convulses, pained, plaintive creaks of binaric prayer come from his vox. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Can we cut him down? Pascal studies the Tech Priest's face carefully. His vox system moans as in a tragic vibrato. Subject unidentified. This is not the blessed Amarnat. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Who are you, servant of the Omnissiah? Can we cut him down first, guys? Try to take down the Tech Priest crucified on the machine. It feels like it ends the conversation. So even though it feels like the thing we should start with, we're going to talk to him first. Who are you, servant of the Omnissiah? The fire of the hearth sent forth sparks. The name of this spark is Abel Hanuman, which is the name he thought Amaran. He thought his friend was the one using that name. The Tech Priest looks over at Pascal. For a brief moment, his speech becomes clear. The echo of my call has reached you. Good. The iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. What design? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Rykad Minoris? What for? I categorically demand an answer. Pascal's voice rises to an intimidating howl, but the delirious Tech Priest does not seem to be able to understand what he is saying. What design? An intention both bold and honorable, to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension, a plan written so that the righteous may follow. And trust in the great pattern of revelation and uniform progression toward it. Pascal's voice is trembling with elation. Those are his words. I have not heard them in so very long. Ask him about Amarnat. You came here because of him, after all. No, the Tech Priest's voice grows stronger. He came because of himself. Myself to redeem myself? To correct a mistake? Possibly, but how do you... There's a look of gentle condescension in Abel's eyes. Strange, given the circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for all is predetermined by the iteration. Devastating coughing fit cuts him off, and you hear a clang of tearing metal from inside his chest. Well, that sounds bad. You can talk once we get him out of here. A cold premonition rakes the heart. The probabilities are dark and frightening. Brother, I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Pascal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood and sacred unguents staining his sleeves. His vox rasps soothingly. Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here. Let's examine the Tech Priest ourselves. There are deep burns all over the flesh, and the skin around his augmetics is charred. Blasphemous spells have been carved into the sacred iron, forming unholy litanies of scrap code. It is amazing how robust this Tech Priest's life support systems have proven to be in maintaining the spark of life in his grievously wounded body. Well, do you know him, Pascal? The subject has not been identified and has no record in my catalog. Interrogation is impossible due to the subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. How did you kill those heretics? What technology did you use? So he killed the heretics then. That's how the fight ended. Maybe. Yeah, how did you kill those heretics? What technology did you use? Existence has worn thin and threadbare. Eschatos has discontinued the cycle. Eschatos. This word does not appear in my catalog, but I'm aware of its existence. Perhaps it's sounded in the blessed Amarnat sermons. I must consult my notes. Alright, let's try to take him down from the machine. As soon as you touch the tech priest's battered flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, "Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness, I heard their prayers. Find them, save them. Recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration, so that you may behold what is hidden." Blast of motive force runs down the tech priest's body, and his face contorts in a mocking grimace. Malformed binaric code, repulsively jarring on the ears, pours out of his vox. Information archived to the effect of that the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to the electro priest's hiding place. Pascal responds with the dour rhythms of a containment aria. "I note with great sorrow that the cultist ritual has been partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of the schismatical and unholy imitation of machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the tech sources protocol." A lot of this, I'm just like, I'm reading, I don't comprehend. Cabela gives Pascal a long look, her eyebrow raised in a silent question. Pascal responds with an equally long silence, then creaks, "Thank you for your cooperation. Request denied. The catechism demands that this act be performed by an authorized unit." What is a schismatical? An ugly mockery of a noble machine spirit, created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or a small clump of the motive force falls under the archenemy's influence and degenerates into an abomination of this sort, one whose very existence is an insult to the omnisci's wisdom. Iconoclast, I shall help save him. Dogmatic, grant the Emperor's peace to this tech priest, let the tainted be eradicated. Reticle, I would rather leave him as he is. There must be a purpose to whatever ritual he was taking part in. So, we could try to save him. Yeah. With Pascal. Who was wanting a specific protocol to be used. Cabela points out that we don't have anyone authorized to perform that protocol. So we can try to save him anyway, even though we're not authorized. It sounds like. Or we accept that he is too far gone and just send him off to the Emperor's peace. Which is what I'm gonna do. It sounds like they've both agreed that what he wanted to do should not be done. Like, he wanted to do it to save his friend. Whatever the tech sourcism protocol. But they both agreed it shouldn't be done in the current circumstances. So, Dogmatic, grant the Emperor's peace to the tech priest. Let the tainted be eradicated. Sorry, friend. Another person killed point blank with a sniper rifle. As mangled as it is, the tech priest's body still clings to life. It takes several blows to end his corruption-tainted existence, but even after that, a repulsive giggle is heard over the static from his vox. Yeah, that sounds like he was pretty far gone if, after death, giggling is still coming out of his vox. Pascal's mechadendrite touches the dead man's head carefully, grips his neural augmetic in its claw, and extracts it from its socket with the utmost care. The skull bone cracks dryly, and brain matter taints the sacred metal. Rest in purity, tech brother. The knowledge you have attained through your efforts will be preserved and purified. Yeah, so the neural augmetic is a piece of tech that's grafted into usually tech priests, but I think anyone can have them, technically, to record their thoughts and memories and aid in like logic and thinking. So He's just ripped that out so that we have what this person had been doing recently, what he'd been thinking about, what knowledge he had collected. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive towards uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to this servant of the machine god. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engine seer on your ship in exchange for the right to follow you and conduct my own investigation. Cool. So when we first found Pascal, he said that he would help us so long as we stayed in system. But once we left the system, he was going to stay here to keep doing what he needed to do. Now he's like, never mind, I will stay on as your engine seer and keep following you, which is what we were needing him to agree to at some point. Okay. And we cannot loot the body. Shame. So I guess we can circle around and see if this connects over here with this area that we skipped. Did we look at this yet? Safety system control altar. I guess there wasn't really anything to look at, so that's fine.
Guide my strikes true against the heretics who have encroached upon these halls. Let not one villain escape the God Emperor's retribution delivered by our hands.
Agreed.
Your hues are so vivid, Sister Argenta. The hatred that fuels your words and impulses burns like a supernova.
Claim to the stars.